Hi, I'm Teresa Drew. I am 20 years old, so I dance in either under 21 or 20 and over. And I dance for the Heritage Irish Dance Company, formerly the Peter Smith School. And I'm in the Mid-Atlantic region.
Stupendous. How old were you when you started dancing?
I was 6.
What made you start dancing?
Well, it was January, and you can't really run around the backyard in January, and I wasn't getting a lot of exercise, and I was done with my homework early at night, so my grandma asked my mom if she could take me along to an Irish dance class, and my mom said, yeah, sure, and that's how this whole thing got started.
What makes you keep dancing?
I love it. There's like a moment when you're dancing and everything is perfect, and your feet are just you're in total time to the music, and you just feel incredible, and that's why I keep dancing.
Have you ever seriously considered quitting dance?
I have a couple times, when in the heat of the moment, you're like, I'm just like you had an injury and it's too much to come back, or you don't get the result you want, and you kind of sit there for a second and you're like, is it all worth it? But every time I wind up coming back instead of hanging up the hard shoes.
When was your first injury?
My first injury was when I was in the 4th grade, and I decided that practicing on blacktop was the best thing that I could do in soft shoes, and I broke my big toe, and I had a cast for 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. How do you keep your health and fitness up when you're battling an injury?
I did a lot of conditioning and core work outside of dancing when I was injured. So I would do calisthenics and stuff like I would do a lot of crunches, leg lifts, try to keep those muscles active. It's really hard if you have like a non-weight bearing injury, but yeah.
How would you keep up your stamina when you've come back for an injury?
You just keep doing full things no matter how crappy you feel about yourself by the end of it, and eventually like each time you get a little less crappy at the end of it. And it feels like terrible for like the first 3 weeks, but then week 4 you're like, okay, I can do this again.
Little progression each time.
Yeah. I also find that running helps me a little bit with that.
What is the longest break you've taken from dance, and why?
Okay, so in 2010, I basically took the entire year off because I had a broken foot and I wasn't able to walk for like 26 weeks that year. So while I did compete at the Nationals and at the Oireachtas that year, I was basically not dancing for the entirety of the year. And that was a forced break because I couldn't walk. It wasn't because I just didn't want to dance.